Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of my Dungeon Boss Is It Worth It series. Today we are going to be taking a look at an item in the sensitive area of PvP, and that is going to be the new option to purchase some of the end game or end season runes as far as PvP goes. So what we're looking at is, if we back out of this screen here, let's go out to the Honor Shop. So the Honor Shop has a new feature in it that allows you to purchase the actual runes. Previously, and if you're still lower, you might only see the shards and binders section. They've recently added in the Superior Champion rune and the Greater Champion rune for a cost of honor. So in this case here, we're going to be looking at, is it worth it to purchase these things, and then basically go from there. So first things first, let's take a look at honor in general. Both of these are pretty damn expensive, 60,000 and 30,000 respectively, compared to the shards and binders. Now the shards and binders, when we look at this one here, I guess it doesn't show it on here, but basically it allows you to essentially craft 7 superior runes. So 7 superior runes plus your gems and the other mats, basically for 22,500 for me. So one rune for 30,000 for the greater is it's quite a commitment. So most of you are probably wondering then, what am I going to get if I make this purchase? And that's essentially what I'm here to show you today. So those of you that are too afraid to spend that kind of honor, that's what I'm here for, to show you what you're going to get with that. That being said, looking at my honor total, I don't want you to get any false expectations that it is very easy to get honor and you can just keep on buying these over and over and over every single week. I tend to be notorious when it comes to hoarding honor and Aether as well. And so each season I pretty much spend it down so it's just under 100,000 so that I can carry over the maximum. So on a normal season, I'll probably earn between 25 and 40,000 honor through the normal PvP that I do. Anybody that's aware of my account or my situation, I do not do 400 or 500 raids per season. That being said, if you are already one who does several hundred raids per season, you may already be climbing up high enough in the ranks where you don't need to buy these. That's going to be part of the assumption here in terms of, is this going to be worth it for you? So keep that in mind in terms of what is your PvP playstyle, in terms of is this going to benefit you at all. So in my case, spending 60,000 honor, it's probably going to take me 3 full seasons to get that back. And that's something that I would be normally concerned with. I tend to have pretty poor luck when it comes to in-game currencies. If I craft 3 different runes one night, you can bet a new hero comes out the next day. If I spend a bunch of totems upgrading an epic that I don't need, you can bet a new epic comes out the next day. If I do this here and I spend 90,000 honor, there's probably going to be a new honor hero that replaces Ella tomorrow or at the end of the guild games. And so these are the things that I worry about when I spend in-game currency. That's the exact reason why I haven't spent all of my Aether yet. I know as soon as I pour those tokens into, or those Aether into Aria tokens, there's going to be a new legendary unique hero, and I'm not going to have any Aether to purchase them. So those are the things that I think about in terms of if things are worth it for me or not. Anyways, without me rambling on any further, let's actually look at what we're going to get out of these. Now, I have a very good idea of what's actually going to be in there, but if we actually click on it, it says we get Season of Might, 1 superior legendary 5-star nature rune with bonus attack and defense, including damage reduction versus casters. Now, if I recall correctly, this list was not on here just a matter of a couple of days ago. So some of you might have just seen the box and wondered what's actually in here. So the fact that this says Season of Might means that if we go out to Season of Might, which is what I'm on now, we can compare that to the runes out here. So if I look at the legend rune, this is a Greater Champion rune. Attack, defense, and damage reduction from caster. This is a greater legendary. The superior is actually only found in the boss level. So actually, if we look at the boss runes, and I don't think it really matters here, if we just pick one of these, I think they're all the same, actually. Superior Champion Rune. Attack, attack, defense. Reduce damage from caster 10%. So we have to determine if this is going to be actually worth it for us. In my case, this is actually a pretty good rune. I'm certainly don't have any other superior champion runes, and that's because I've never actually made the boss top 100. Now, could I if I wanted to make the top 100? Probably. Will I? Probably not. So if we go back to our purchase then and look at what the grader is going to be, let's just take a quick look at what the grader says in the tip. It's a little bit anticlimactic now because the last time I checked it didn't have this on here. So this is going to be a greater heroic 5-star nature rune. So greater heroic and 5-star. Let's go out and look at the actual Season of Might and back to where I'm at. I'm in Legend League, so I'm going to be getting a greater superior, not a greater superior, but a greater legendary. The greater heroic is actually a tier down. So this would be the equivalent of getting the Warlord level, which for some people, I think if you grind PvP hard enough, I don't think Warlord's going to be tough to get into. Unless you get a really, really terrible roster and you just can't get over that hump here. So in this case here, I don't think this is going to benefit me. So it's a greater, basically a greater heroic. In this case here, this one doesn't have a 4th stat, so that might be the linchpin here on this one here. Because this greater champion one actually has the 4th stat. So this is slightly better than the Warlord rune, but it is not quite as good as the Legend rune. So in the interest of purchasing one of these so we can see that we actually get what we're supposed to get, I'm actually going to buy the superior champion because I don't, like I said, I don't have any superior runes right now. And I mean, I have superior runes, but I don't have superior champion runes. I do want to compare what it actually looks like as far as the stats go and see what things look like as far as overall percent. So if you're interested in seeing some honor being spent, now's the time. So we're going to purchase 60,000 here. And it didn't even give me a nice little pop-up saying, here's what you got. So I guess I'm going to have to actually go out to my runes to see that. Let's take a quick peek here. The upgrade cost for this, I'm guessing, is going to be somewhere around, I would say, 5 million or so. See in just a moment here. Superior champion. So 10% from caster, which I think was the max, so that's good. 352 attack and 174 attack. So even unbuffed, this is a pretty sweet rune. We want to see what the ultimate max stats are, because if you've never gotten the boss 100 rune like I have, you don't know. Like, and when I say I have, like I have not also. So I don't know what the end stats are going to be. So I'm also looking at my total gold here. So 157 million if I round it down. Let's see where this takes us here. Took us to 152.7, so 4.5 million. So the end result here, 600 attack and then 298 attack, which gives us almost, I guess, almost 1,000 attack, but really 900, plus a little bit of defense. I think the defense is ultimately negligible. I think the defense would be good for somebody that needs just a little boost to it, but honestly, I don't think it's a huge deal breaker. Most people are going to be looking at this for the attack boost. Reduce damage from caster. To be honest, I don't know where I would want to use that. Probably someone like Kira, being that Shade's usually the one that's attacking and killing Kira, but use your best discretion in terms of where you're going to actually apply this. I'm not going to bother you with assigning this out to one of my heroes. I'll actually save that for another day. I'll probably keep it in my inventory for the moment, and then when we do our live stream on July 1st, maybe you could suggest where we put this. I'm going to be unequipping all of my runes at that time. We're going to be doing some PvP, basically live and in the moment. No runes on anybody. We're going to be picking teams out to coincide with who we're actually attacking. We'll equip our runes at that time, and then see how successful we can be with the pool of runes that I have. So if you're not doing anything July 1st at around 11 p.m. Central Time, feel free to stop by. I would love to have you. I would love to get some feedback, and it's a good overall interactive experience. So until then, I guess that's about all I got right now. So as far as is this worth it for you, the answer is kind of yes and no. In my case, it's definitely worth it, but it's not going to be worth it every single season. Some of the runes are obviously worse than others, and I wouldn't pursue them heavily. The same thing goes if you already do a lot of PvP and you can only get the greater one. You're probably better off not getting it, because the Warlord rune is probably going to be better for you. So ultimately, now that you've seen what the actual rune looks like and what it looks like in its full upgraded glory, you can make a more educated decision if you want to spend your hard-earned honor points on something like this. If you're already over probably level 65, which I think is where the superior comes in, if you're a brand new 65 and you've been banking your honor, I think this is a good starting purchase for you. If you are still at level mid-60s or early 60s, I would probably not buy the greater one. I'd probably save for the superior one. If you are less than level 60 or in your 50s, these aren't even going to be available. My alt is currently level 53 and doesn't have either of them available for purchase. So take that with a grain of salt, and like I said, if you have any questions, you can always ask away. Otherwise, I think it's just a personal decision if it's something that you think would benefit you. Anyways, that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.